Thank you so much for joining me on the Biff Delgado show today. Very, very, very excited to have you here because you have a truly unique service you offer people that, as passionate as people are with their pets, having a certified pet CPR and first aid provider available to offer classes and just that profession in general in the Omaha area is fantastic. So I don't think that there's enough people to know about you. So we're going to help you with that, and we're going to try to spread your message as far as wide as we can. So please feel free to take it from here and tell us about yourself and what you have to offer the world.
Well, thank you for having me. My name is Kat, as you said, and I am a certified professional pet sitter. And as I built my credibility to be, to present that professionalism, I took a CPR and first aid course to get certified just in CPR and first aid for pets. But then I found out there was an instructor course, so I decided to bring, that knowledge to Omaha so I could teach. And so I took that course in August and started teaching in September once a month. And I hold classes at the Paw Paradise Spa and boarding facility. They are gracious enough to loan me a room to teach in once a month and even more if I want to. They said I can basically just use that room as I need to. And so they've done that. And I'm not really sure how it got in the news, but Sunday it was featured on KETV. Um, and it's just brought a little bit of recognition for me. And so I've been getting a few calls and emails this week, which is exciting. A couple of other things about me. I am a fear-free certified pet sitter, and fear-free is a force-free way of interacting with pets. Um, and then also I was voted Best of Omaha for 2025. And I'm 4 years into business. So it's just been exciting the last couple of months for me. And then the feature was just, I'm still over the moon. And just Doggy Bark It. I don't know if you've heard of that, but they are an annual event at Dewey Dog Park. And they've asked me to do a workshop there. And then I got a call from a animal health store and they asked me to come in and do a workshop for their employees. So,
Outstanding.
it's been busy.
And so when you say small animal, describe that more. Are you talking cats and dogs specifically?
Yes.
Okay, great. And um, you know, when somebody were to sign up for your course, let's say, what could they expect from that? How long does the course last? What's the process of going through that? Where do you start and how do you end?
Sure. It is a 4 hour class and it's $80 to sign up. And then you get a 2 year certification upon completion of that course. You will learn the techniques of CPR on cats, small dogs, all size dogs, and then there's some different breed variations because of the shapes of the different dogs' chests. You'll learn about how to stop bleeding, wound care, how to splint a bone, broken bone, um, poisons, hyperthermia and hypothermia. There's 9 areas for your certification. So we go over 9 different areas in that class. And
Okay.
I bring my pets with me. I have 5 pets total, but I only bring 2 of them. But my all my pets are featured on my slideshow, so that's pretty awesome. Because I made my own slideshow to present to the class, and so I used some pictures of my pets that I took for that. Um, but Persephone, my kitten, and then my Maltese Chihuahua mix, she comes with me, Juniper, and I demo on them and they interact and mingle with the class, which I think helps it be a little bit more fun than just watching a slideshow for 4 hours.
Sure. And so if somebody were to sign up for your class, then are they able to bring their pets too, or do you require them to keep their pets at home for the day while they're training and learning, and then they can go home and apply what they've learned? Well,
Right.
hopefully not have to use it.
We don't allow them to bring their pets. I'm the only one with live pets in the class. We have a demo dog for them to use. It's
Okay.
just a little stuffed animal dog. Um, I have 6 demo dogs, so I can take up to 6 students per class.
Okay.
But as I grow, I think I can just allow them to bring their own stuffed animals until I get more demo dogs or something like that, just because I think, it's pretty standard. If you have a stuffed animal the size of a small dog, then you would have what you need to demo the
Absolutely.
CPR technique.
Um, with the state of Nebraska being, I want to say almost 99% volunteer firefighter and a similar number percentage of volunteer first responder in general. What's your availability look like to maybe potentially attend a training night or some sort of training academy for local first responders in the event that they would have to indeed provide first aid and CPR to the animals at the scene?
My availability?
Yeah, would you be open to doing stuff like that, or could these organizations reach out to you and book you for you to come to their actual departments and things like that to provide training or something like that?
Absolutely. I'm open to custom workshops. I have a custom workshop form on my website, so if, people don't want to do the classes that I have set up already, we can set something up for them specifically.
Great. Okay. And then the second part of what you had mentioned is that you're a professional, or I should say, certified pet sitter.
Yes.
So could you describe that a little more?
Sure. Um, as a certified professional pet sitter, I had to take a test to get that certification. And then I have to do CEUs, continuing education units, to, keep my certification. So different things like the fear free actually got me CEUs, and then the CPR got me a CEU. So anything I'm doing to further that education, I can get credit for towards my next certification. So I'm due next year for my renewal, and I already have my 30 credits that I needed to renew that. So I'm pretty much done for the rest of the year. I don't have to do it, but I still keep doing it anyway just because I'm so passionate about learning and proving my credibility to the community because, you can't just say something. You have to actually prove it with your actions.
Sure. And forgive me if you've already mentioned this, but the pet sitter aspect, is that something that you also offer instruction on too? Or is that part of the first aid CPR course? Are they separate, or what are we looking at there?
They're totally separate businesses. So my pet sitting business is called the House Cat Pet Sitting. And then the first aid portion is first aid CPR, and that's FURST. So that because when you boggle a business down with so much services, people don't often even pay attention to everything you do. They just see like the first two or three, and that's what they think you do. And so I knew I had to keep it separate because I offer a lot of services as a pet sitter, like dog walks, drop-ins, overnights. I have a bed and breakfast service. So I just don't want to confuse my clients. I do have a link to the first aid on my website, but I just thought it was very important to keep it separate. My pet sitting website is a little more fun. The first aid website is a little more business-like, professional looking. So it is something that I can teach the CPR and first aid, but I also offer mentoring to other pet sitters, and I offer um, advertisement on my websites because I know a lot of pet sitters do not have websites and they're expensive, and pet sitters starting out don't make a lot of money. So I'm offering like a cheap advertising that's actually cheaper than if they were to like work for Rover. Rover's basically here, advertise on our site and you pay us every time somebody has you work for them. And so here it's just pay me to be advertised on my website and the jobs are yours. I'm not trying to take any money from them. It's just they would pay me a monthly fee to be advertised. And they can
Absolutely.
be advertised on both of my websites, but only if they're certified in CPR and first aid can they be advertised on the first aid one.
Very nice. Okay. Great information. And of course, we'll link all of your websites, all of your recommended sites, and any information. We'll go ahead and link that in our post when we post it on our Facebook page and onto YouTube and whatnot. So that's
Awesome.
wonderful. Um, if you're, who if you're sitting there and you're thinking, okay, I'm looking for a pet sitter, I'm going out of town for the weekend, there's a few options. I know that as a pet owner myself, sometimes that can be kind of an overwhelming process. There's multiple places to go, and I'm certainly not asking for any sort of endorsements right now or anything. But when people are doing that, where do you suggest they start? What's the best route to research? What are they supposed to look for with their fur babies and they're going out of town?
Yeah, if you want a professional, I would recommend that they at the very least have insurance. They should be a registered business as well, but that is not always that doesn't mean you're a trustworthy person. So just insurance is just a big thing that a company does to show you they are a professional. And so it's important. And that they're showing you they can protect you and themselves as a business. And then the other thing that people can look into is Pet Sitters International and then National Association of Professional Pet Sitters. They both have locators on their website, so you could put in your zip code and it'll bring up the professionals in your area and it'll tell you what their certifications are. So, like, I have not only the certification in pet sitting, but I have like a cat specialist and a dog specialist certification, and then the pet CPR. So it'll have like a whole list of things if that pet sitter has them all. And so I think that's a good place to start. There's also, you can ask their clients if you know them. Like if someone refers you, you can just ask them about their experience. Make sure you're checking their reviews and making sure, they sound like they actually love animals and they're not just there to make a buck.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
good call out. So it's from what you've said, it sounds like you've got an outstanding understanding of this profession and this field. Obviously, you've had a couple different media outlets reach out to you in the last several weeks. So it looks like you're on a very nice trajectory. Um, you're certainly doing me a big favor by being here today too, as this is my second podcast episode that I've recorded. So thank you very much, and I do appreciate that. We like to hopefully have people back, and we would like to check on people. Is there any way that my show could maybe come to one of your training events and take some photos and maybe some video recordings of what you got going on and share it to our Facebook page and whatnot?
Yes, I would love that. That would be awesome.
Okay. So what we'll do is we'll have you send me over your links and we'll
Okay.
attach those all to our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. We'll make sure that they get straight to your website. Our show does not have a website yet, so we're amateurs, but someday when that's there, we'll have that for you as well. and we'll have your name and information. And for anybody watching or listening to this currently, you are in the Omaha area, correct? You serve the Omaha metro area?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I serve 10-mile radius of Florence, Omaha, which is 30th and 680
Okay.
area. So I'll go 10 miles outside of that area. I do go more, but it's the additional like travel fee for that.
Okay.
But I can always refer people to another sitter if I can't do their services myself.
Okay. Very good. That's outstanding information. And all of this stuff can be found on you said your website. What's the name of your website one more time? And if you could spell that out, that'd be very important too.
Sure, it's the House Cat Pet Sitting, and that's cat with a K.com. The House Cat KAT Pet Sitting.com. And then the first aid website is first FURST CPR.com.
Okay. Well, that's great, Kat. Thank you so much for your wealth of information today. It was certainly very nice chatting with you, and we will definitely be following up with you and coming in and seeing what you got going on, and we wish you nothing but the most success in everything that you do. So, thank you, thank you, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me. Have a
I,
great day.
you too. Thank you.